Welcome back to the Straw Hat Duo. My name's Charlie. Today we're going over chapter 1050 of One Piece, titled Honor. And the cover page story of this chapter is Germa 66's Cold-Blooded Voyage, Volume 12. Ichi and Renji arrive, and it pretty much shows them attacking the laboratory that their brothers were, being held at and about to be experimented on. Getting directly into the chapter, we start out with the first few panels of Kaido still falling deeper and deeper underground. He starts out in the dragon form, looks like he goes to his hybrid form, then back to his full human form, like he's losing consciousness. And one of his horns was completely just blown off by Luffy. We then see a little depiction of the two holes made by the two emperors. Big Mom and then Kaido's is right next to it, and they're holes directly down under Wano. Looks like it's below sea level from Wano, and it's down into some magma, and the ground is starting to crack up towards the pools that are on their way up into Wano. So we see Kaido falling into that, and we know that Big Mom is also down in there because the hole reaches it as well. Then we see Yamato running to try and catch Luffy as Luffy is falling out of the sky, and she is running from the Skull Dome on Onigashima. Then the narrator comes over and goes, the declared victor of the rooftop battle has been revised. And a few pages later it says the winner is Luffy, but that's a couple pages later. Yamato catches Luffy smiling, and Luffy's unconscious. Momo's just on the ground, tongue hanging out, exhausted. Then we cut over to the fire festival, where everybody's lanterns are, drifting away. Yamato's like, you guys are really something. I can't believe you guys actually did it. And then we see a long-nosed dude, Tengu-san. Yeah, Tengu. And he's there with the little girl. She's sitting there saying, up and away to her lantern. And Tengu thinks back to what she said. And she's like, hey, I heard that, somebody said that her dad, the person she calls Daddy, Yasue, knew that he was going to be killed because he's a big shot. And because of this, he let himself get caught to kind of reignite the flames of the war. That way he could be a martyr, so to say. He did that to give the country one last chance. Tengu is just like, he's proud, sad, he's filled with emotion. Toko, it shows a little flashback of Toko eating the fruit, the failed smile fruit, so that she can't, show sadness or anything. She's just always laughing and happy. And Yasue is like, no, you didn't eat that, did you? And then when he finds out that she did, he's just like, oh, well, I might as well take a bite too. That way he pretty much joins them. And then we see what Toko wrote, because she saw Yasue executed. And what she had wrote on her lantern before was, I want to see you. What she switched it to was, thank you. We see a zoomed out version of all the lanterns flying. She's laughing, Tengu's smiling. All of the citizens are just having a really good time. Then we see Nekamushi off on the Skull Dome seeing this from a distance. And he's like, that really takes me back. It's been so many years since I've seen that. And then he goes, okay, well, it's about time that everybody knows who the winner was. And he looks down into the hole from the Skull Dome, yelling to the people in there, the samurais and the beast pirates alike, going, hey, there's no doubt about it. Luffy won. He pounded Kaido into the ground, and the Straw Hats and the Samurai Alliance, we win. So Momo prevented the island from crashing and exploding. So it's a total victory for the Alliance. The raid was a success. We see all of the allied forces just celebrating. They're like, yeah, we won. Kid, Law, they look happy, but they're not like overly joyous, fitting with their character. Neko, he's like, yeah, it's been like 20 years. I can't believe it's over. We see Nami, Hio all celebrating, and then Usopp comes running in, and he's like, these two are in bad shape. He's got Kiku and Kinemon, And then Frankie runs in with Zoro over his shoulder. Frankie's like, Chopper, Zoro's not opening his eyes. And then everybody starts yelling, Dr. Chopper, we need you. And Chopper gets overwhelmed. Chopper starts like crying, and he's like, Miyagi, there's too many casualties. I need help. And Miyagi jumps in to lend him a hand. Then we go back out to the outside, and we see Momo. And he starts to talk to Zunisha again. And he's like, he pretty much says to Zunisha, listen, I gave it a lot of thought, and I understand this may not be what you want to hear, but I've decided to wait to open the borders of Wano. There's just too much going on. The country needs time to rebuild. And Zunisha's like, yeah, okay, sure. Whatever you say. Which, I mean, I'm sure Zunisha's just like, yeah, there's a bunch of, Navy ships out here, Marine ships out here. Yeah, that's probably for the best. But we know that the world government is going to try to forcibly open the country. So that'll be a small conflict to deal with. Momo kind of says thank you and apologizes for it. And then there's an earthquake. And then we go back inside the Skull Dome, and the Beast Pirates, they jump up and they're like, listen, we're not done yet. Kaido can't have been beaten. We still have better numbers than you. We'll still take you down. Frankie actually jumps up and he's like, all right, you want to scrap? I got you. I got tons of fuel. I'll take you all on. Brook stops him, and then Yamato jumps in there. And Yamato's like, hold it. Yeah, if you guys want to fight, you're going to have to fight me. But this battle's over. Our commanders landed the island, and your lives have already been spared once. They won't be spared again. The Beast Pirates are a little surprised that Yamato's on their side, on the Alliance's side, but we already knew that. They all back off as the earthquake. They notice the earth, and we see underground in the magma pool where Kaido and Big Mom are. And Big Mom, she honestly kind of looks like a fluff ball in here. And Kaido, you could see his shape. You could see that one of his horns are blown off. I mean, it doesn't look like they're disintegrating, but the way that it's depicted, it almost looks like there's like parts of their body that have started to burn off, I guess. So then we cut over, after we see that little picture, we cut over to the Udon prison mine in Wano, and they feel the earthquake as well. And then they see a volcanic eruption on the sea out by them. And they're like, wait, there's a there's an underwater volcano? And they kind of freak out. Well, the exact wording is an underwater volcano erupting? We see all the magma shooting out of the ocean there. It'd be kind of funny if Big Mom and Kaido are kind of shot out of that and blast off like Team Rocket from Pokemon. But this is where we actually see that the narrator says the victor is Straw Hat Luffy. Doesn't say Joy Boy. We see Luffy there. He's kind of got a half smile on. He looks very content, but he is still unconscious. So there's an explosion, and then citizens in the capital actually hear it. Momo, in his dragon form, flies out to the city and says, don't worry, everything's under control. And everybody freaks out thinking it's Kaido. Obviously, yes, he's pink instead of blue, but, it's a giant dragon. How many are there, really? The citizens freak out. They're like, it's our day to be free. What are you doing here? Momo assures them, don't worry, I'm not Kaido. He doesn't say that he's Momonosuke. But he does say that the eruption was the final send-off of the Supreme Commander of the Beast Pirates. And everybody's just kind of shocked. And then Momo flies down to the ground and transforms back into his human form. But it's just a bunch of smoke. You can't see anything. It's a bunch of silhouettes. And you see the scabbards kind of walking up in the smoke. And the citizens are like, wait, what? There's more? And the first person you see from the smoke is Komurasaki, Hiyori. And everybody thought she was dead. Everybody's like, wait, is this a ghost? Are we dreaming? We had a funeral and everything. And then they're like, yeah, that beauty can't be faked. It's got to be the real thing. And then Denjiro, yeah, Denjiro pops up next to Hiyori, and everybody's like, wait, Boss Kyoshiro? Yeah, Kyoshiro. Something like that. For some reason, that's a bit difficult for me to say right now. My mouth doesn't want to move that way, I guess. But Denjiro goes, well, this is going to be a long story. But first, let me introduce you to your new Shogun of Wano. And the chapter ends. So we don't know who he's going to say is the new Shogun of Wano is going to be. It's either going to be Momo or Hiyori. It could be both. I don't know. I don't think Momo is going to join the Straw Hat crew. One, he doesn't have a whole lot to offer in terms of strength or knowledge, for that matter. So both him and Hiyori are best staying on Wano as allies to the Straw Hats, like Vivi did with Alabasta. The best person probably to join the Straw Hats would be Yamato, but she's also a really good defense for Wano. Wano has been closed for a long time, so I think she might end up staying as like a guardian deity, so to say, for Wano. I don't think any of them are going to join the Straw Hats. The Straw Hats have a strong powerhouse as is, with the big three, the monster trio, and they have Jinbei now. They might get Carrot, but I don't know if Luffy is going to recruit any of them. I think that Luffy may look at the importance of having Wano protected as like a safe haven, and he may have Momo, Hiyori, all the samurai stay on Wano in their homeland, help rebuild it, help it, a powerful ally is a good thing to have. So that's my thoughts on that. So I'm thinking probably Momo and Hiyori will be the joined shogun as brother and sister, the successors to Odin. Let me know what you guys think. Definitely could be somebody else. I mean, I heard a vote for Raizo and somebody. Yeah, let me know. And that's it for this chapter. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.